Where's my
Hey, Kay. Good morning. Look at my friend Lakeisha Tootie. Miss Baston, Miss Verna, Tashandra. That's good to see y'all. Okay, so this morning we're gonna be making some soap embeds, and I just really honestly, it's not really like a thing where we gotta like be here long. This is really quick. What we typically use those soap embeds is for like the top of sugar scrubs. I'm trying to see if I still got this picture in my phone. You could use it at the top of sugar scrub. You could use them inside your cold process soap. We typically don't like to use them in our melting. We don't like to use melt and pour nowhere near hot process because hot process is hot and it's always hot. So I mean, if you could get it like to where as though the soap cool down enough, to where as though you able to put it on there, it may work. But typically, it's just something that I just don't even fool with. Um, and so we saw this soap right here, and we was like, we're gonna make this. This
is this the
is
stuff with the lines? Yeah,
yeah, uh-huh. I
I'll
know.
just put up my moles.
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna make this.
Get
Um,
that with the you know how you have the salt base and you put the I put shea butter, the preservative and vitamin E in it. Will that get hard enough to be in bed?
yeah, we're gonna talk.
Oh, okay.
We're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
definitely talk about it, Mama.
Okay,
So,
I'll wait. I'm sorry.
um, we got Mama Verna in the building today. Mama Verna is this is our mama, okay? So she come to hang out, and we just blessed to have her here because a lot of people, they come on here in these zooms and or watch the replay and they don't even know. But let me tell you something. When it come down to live, she gonna run, okay? We gonna have fun. She gonna run. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, that's her right there. But yeah, so we when we make these, we use just the regular melt and pour soap. You can use a white, transparent, or I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. You can use the clear, the white or the clear. So the white ones, typically when you use like the white ones, you get like those pastel type colors. And when you use the clear one, you can do like black, green, red, stuff like that. I like to use the clear. I don't want it to be transparent, but you can add titanium dioxide to it to kind of take out the transparency. So I always use like the clear ones. And here go another picture right here I had in my phone. And this is for like when you're using them in scrubs and stuff like that. I like them in scrubs. I think that they add like a nice touch to them. One time I ended up doing some peaches and creams, and I did like some peach embeds for my melting with melt and pour for my sugar scrub, and I had took it to a pop up shop, and I these people were really impressed, and I just didn't even know why. I was like, why are they so like? He was like, oh, look at this peach. Oh my god. And I was like, what? So why do you care? It's just I was thinking like, what do you care for? But they really liked it, and so it adds like as you can see like that little starfish, and it's just sitting on top of something that's that color, and then people like that stuff. So it just adds a nice feel to your um so all right. So when you think about molds, there are some molds you can use that's on Amazon. You can just buy your molds off of Amazon, like silicone molds, regular silicone molds, You could use the same molds that you use for candles. There's really no difference. You know what I mean? You could definitely do that. Um, I'm trying to find like these tubes that I brought a long time ago. But you guys know those long tubes that you can buy and you clamp the sides and you pour the soap into those. Those are some ones that you use when you want to have like I think I did like let me see. I'm gonna pull it up. Let me see. Okay. I'm gonna show y'all in the Patreon. Hold on, let me pull it up first because I don't all right. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, here it is. Let me share my screen real quick. Because if I share it this way, okay, here it is. All right, start broadcast. All right, here we go. Okay, all right, bunny hop melt and pour soap. So this is when you have this tube. So let me show y'all what this melt and pour soap mode long Amazon bunny mode. Here we go. So I'm just click on that bunny mode. And this is what it is, what I mean by the tube. And these just, I mean, they just really, you just click it and, it holds the soap in there. Let me see. Now, when it come down to making like something like this, I didn't have no issues with like sweat because the first thing I did was I shrink wrapped them immediately. So when it come down to like these little melt and pour stuff, like you're gonna have to cover it up. Like you're gonna have to put it into a container where there's no air. Because if it get a hint of air, it's going to sweat. And when it sweat, it gets pretty sticky. So if you want to do something where you don't have to cover it up, use a low sweat, because you don't want to sell soap to somebody and you got your embeds just sweating. Okay, that to me is so um unprofessional. Yeah, because they'll be like sticky, slimy. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So if you're gonna do embeds and you're gonna make them like the way we make embeds for candles, you're gonna have to put them in some containers. If I was you, this is the type of container that I suggest to get. Let me see, I got them over here. Let me grab them. These containers is what I suggest to get, just to store them in. I don't know if y'all can see me in the screen, or do I have to take the screen share off? Let me see.
We see you.
Okay, yeah. So these containers is the best ones to get because they just, they seal pretty well. And as you can see, I use them to keep embeds in myself. And this is how I like store my bananas when I'm making banana pudding. I made a whole lot of them at one time, so I just kind of store them in these. And I like storing them in these ones because I could get the bigger ones, but I don't want them to get all dinged up and stuff. So yeah, that's it. All right. So we're gonna use some basic silicone molds, some titanium dioxide. When it comes down to the colors, I think honestly, if I like Nurture soap, um, their colors. I like Nurture soap colors, and I like the Mad Mica. I always use these people, the Mad Mica, for stuff like that, because they stuff is pretty bright and it's pretty strong. You can use liquid colors. That's cool as well. And also, you ain't got to tell nobody. It's not something that you got that you just keep it to yourself. You can use food color. Food dye will work just as well. And I mean, you can use it on your people. We eat it every day. And I don't remember nobody saying, oh my God, my lips I got hives from that red dye on the cake, the red velvet cake with the red dye. You ate it and you lived to tell your story. So it'll work. It'll work. Well, anyway, yeah. So don't tell nobody that. Oh man, it's recorded. Oh well, too late. But anyway, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some. Okay, and another thing is timing. Let me stop sharing my screen. The timing is important as well, because the time. Let me get. I gotta get to this thing. The timing is important as well. The timing that you keep it in the microwave, like you can't like roast it in the microwave, let it boil up. You got to give it like 30 seconds spurt, little burst in the microwave. You can't just like put it in there and let it go and go and go. And you can't reheat it either. Because if you reheat it, I'm talking the low sweat one. If you reheat it, you're taking out the properties of it, and so it's not going to be, you're scorching it. So it's not going to be low sweat no more. So if you use the low sweat one, you got to use it at one time. And so make sure you just, use wisdom when you use it and just kind of use a little bit at a time. Make your embeds and whatever is left, it might not be low sweat. You might just not even use it no more. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make something. I'm gonna make some strawberries because I really, really like that soap. And we're gonna order some strawberry fragrance from Nature's Garden. Um, because I trust them with like any of my soaps. I trust Nature's Garden and also Brambleberry, um, and I think Nurture Soap as well when it comes down to like letting us know. But Wholesale Supplies Plus is good too. I may not need to order anything. I think I may have some from Wholesale Supplies Plus. I think I got some strawberry patch from them. And we're gonna make some strawberry cold processed soap next month. So we are approaching Christmas, the Christmas time. So we are going to shift. We're going to shift. What I mean is we're going to do like um lines. Lines is what we're going to do. Like we're going into like the line season. So I mean, if we're doing a wax melt, we're doing a wax melt line. We're doing a dog product line. Okay, so that's what we're doing for the month of December because it's Christmas. Okay, so now you need to pull out all of your Christmas scents and all of that kind of stuff, and all of your pies, all of that kind of stuff is what we're going to be doing now. Okay, so get all of your little holiday stuff together because it's time. It's time. We're no longer fall. We're in the Christmas season. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Now, when it comes down to fragrance, you really don't use a lot of fragrance in like the melt and pour. So for me, like when it's like, let's say I'm using 4 ounces, I probably use like a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of fragrance. I don't use a lot because you can smell it. You can smell it really well, and it don't hold a lot of fragrance. So I really don't use a lot at all. Like for real, I'll use the dropper before I use a whole lot. So I'm going to do some strawberries with y'all, and this is going to be a very very quick Zoom. It's going to be really quick, because it's a quick project. But I guess it's just some people just don't know or whatever. And also let me get out some yellow. Let me see if I can find some yellow mica. Um, So you can use liquid dye as well. I'm looking for my yellow because I got a gold. I want the gold. I want the yellow. I was in my garage pulling out. Um, I got some yellow oxide. I don't know how this gonna do. We'll see. I'll try that. All right. And I always use this like the snowflake to lighten up stuff too. If I feel like something has gotten too dark. Um, and that's from Brambleberry. Brambleberry. I like their colors, but not. I just have my favorites of places where I would go to for certain things. All right, so I got a green. All right, So I don't know if anybody actually working. Ooh, I still can't smell this. I don't like making something I don't smell it. That sweet potato pie, I don't know. You really smell them things when they ain't got no covers on them. Let me see. I'm grabbing some silicone rolls. I'm going to hit pause real quick. Pause it so it won't they won't be waiting for me. All right. Okay. So I am going to be making some sugar scrub, and so I don't have the low sweat melt and pour, but I do have like a clear, transparent one that I'm going to be using. And so as far as the colors is concerned, for my red, I can either use this one from Brambleberry, this red mica, or I can use this red. I don't like that one. Let me see. This is a yellow right here, but these reds are from Nurture Soap. I got a lot of these little things. So I think I was ordering them for soap. I don't know. I think so. All right. So now I'm just gonna take a knife and then I'm gonna cut this or whatever. Of course, I gotta use a pretty sharp knife because this stuff is pretty thick. But as long as you keep the top on it, it won't sweat. Like this stuff won't. You just have to keep the top on this. All right, so I'm going to grab me a knife really quick, a sharper knife, and my containers I already cleaned out those Dollar Tree containers, the ones that have like the pour spout on it. No, they ain't got no. Yeah, they do got a pour spout on it. I'm gonna grab one of those containers really quick. Okay, so I'm going to cut this, cut a little bit off of this. Now this joker is hard to cut. Um, I'm gonna just ease it on down. Okay, there it is. All right, so I'm about to see how much this weighs. And the reason why I do that is just because of the fragrance load. Because I want to make sure that I'm not putting too much fragrance inside of like a soap. I just want to see how much I have. So it's about 8 ounces. That was good. 8.3. So that's fine. So what you want to do is you want to go and you want to cut this up into little squares, and because it makes it easier for it to melt down. So you want to make sure it's in small squares. Okay. And then I'm just going to take this and cut it. All right, so I'm just cutting it down, y'all. Sorry it's taking me so long, but I don't want it to be in there and I have to keep putting it back and forth in the microwave. I just want to get it all done. So the smaller you make it, the better it is to melt down. All right. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds, but it can be like maybe 60 seconds. It just depends. So you just have to keep doing it. It just depends on the type of container you're using. So this typically don't take nothing but like maybe no more than I'll say about 50 seconds. It don't take no longer than that. So I'm gonna go and see, and then I'll let y'all know exactly. But I believe it's just a 30-second situation. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna melt that down. I'm going to have everything ready. So let me grab my molds and put them, lay them out so they can be ready. This is one strawberry mold. That's a cherry mold. So I got some strawberries and some cherries. And I got a couple more of these strawberry molds. Everybody that got these molds know you get about a whole lot of them. So I'm gonna go and melt that down really quick. Another good mold to get if you are doing this soap is this gumball mold. I'm gonna show you guys the gumball mold. This is a good one.
Wound, not a burn mark from being dragged. That's what you're saying in your answer. That he dragged him.
The pavement is like basically different type of pavement.
It was a burn mark. That's what the vet says. Puncture wound on the torso of the body.
A big one, but this is a good one too. To put on top of soaps, and this is the gumball mold. They sell these at like, I mean, you probably could buy them anywhere now, but I know Wholesale Supplies Plus is like the main place they used to sell them. And I got a couple of these. I got like a real big long one too, and then some short ones. So this is good if you want to do like some balls on top of your soap. Okay, so I'm gonna lay this one right here too. And now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna melt down my melt and pour. Including this all-in-one welcome. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I want to know who got this. You guys know that when we recording, you cannot have your microphone like you know because it's like when somebody watch the replay, they be complaining. So you have to make sure that your microphone is on mute because I don't mute y'all just in case y'all have to ask questions. Stop recording. Pause recording. Okay. All right. So it's pretty good to have some alcohol spray just in case you got like that white residue on the top. So, you know, that's just something that I think is necessary when you doing this. All right. So I'm just going to use like I tell you like a tablespoon of fragrance, not much. This ain't even a tablespoon. It's probably under that. Maybe, yeah, this is probably like 4 of these will make a tablespoon. I really don't use a lot of, like I said, I don't use a lot in this. All right. And now I'm gonna just put a little red mic in here. I'm looking for my titanium dioxide because I've used it on some soap. A couple, what was it, like a week ago we used that soap? I'm gonna put a little bit of red mica in this. All right, let's see what it looks like. I'm gonna just stir it up, get all the little clumps and stuff out. And see what it come out looking like. Same way you do with like candles. You kind of take it and see. Okay. I just want it to be a little bit darker. The yellow. It's another red right here. All right. Stir that on in there. And I can smell them strawberries. I'm trying to see if I can find my dang on titanium dioxide before I finish, but because I don't want them to be so transparent. I want them to be dark. Let me see. If I don't see it, I'm gonna just go forward. But y'all know that's what y'all use to knock out that transparent look. We used it a few nights ago when we was on Zoom making soap. So, and I know I didn't put it back. Darn it. That's how you gotta put stuff back when you use it. That's this is like diamond. You ain't put that crap back. Okay. All right, I ain't gonna look for it because I don't like looking for stuff. So this is like a little side cookie. I want to do some bath bomb stuff. Some bath bombs, some Christmas bath bombs. So getting ready to start working on that. For the Patreon. Okay, so I'm gonna pour these. I don't have my titanium dioxide, but I would use a half a teaspoon if I did. It's somewhere around here, and I'm not going to take too much time because this will get solidified in no time, and I don't want to melt it down again. So I'm just going to pour these into the mold. Now I don't have a bunch of bubbles, so I don't really need to spray it. Oops. I overflowed that one on accident. So I'm gonna just pour this into the cherries. Oh, that one too. The good part about it is soap. So all I gotta do is wash my hands. Bam. So I'm just gonna load these molds up. And then I'm going to let them sit, solidify. And I'm gonna put them in some containers and use them later. Okay, So this is going in the, I'm not using this. Like once it gets solidified, I just don't use it again. That's it. Um, unless I'm using it inside of a, a body product. I don't. There's no melting this back down. If it's the low sweat one and I'm using it for something else. So I'm just letting y'all know that. Um, okay. In this particular case, I ain't gonna use this no more. That's it. That's it. I'm done. Throw it away. Throw it away. But yeah, so I'm just gonna let these sit, solidify. That's it. If you, like I said, if you don't want them to be so transparent, use that titanium dioxide. Um, the low sweat one, they do have that one on Amazon. I think that's the best option for people that's going to be using this in cold process soap. If you're going to do it, then you're going to have to buy it. You can't be cheap about it. So, but that's it. If you want to use yellow, change the color to yellow. There's nothing special about doing this. It's just a matter of using the right color micas. Like that's the most important part because it's hard to really achieve certain colors if you don't have the right color. So if you want to go for like deep reds, it's best to go to Nurture Soap because they have like the deeper color reds and stuff like that. This is red mica from Brambleberry, but as you can see, it can come off as pink. So I don't suggest getting that one. If you want to get it from Nurture Soap. And that's the one that I should have used because theirs is really red. That's the one I use for my watermelon sugar scrub. All right. So I'm going to hit stop record. Let's see. Stop record.